Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're cracking the code on one of the biggest building blocks in all of algebra, the two-step equation. And I promise by the end of this, you'll see it's not some boring chore. It's actually a puzzle with a super simple key.
So take a look at these. At first glance, they might seem totally random, right? But believe it or not, they all share the exact same secret. There is one simple, repeatable method to solve every single one of them, and that's what we're going to master today.
You know, the easiest way to think about this is like unwrapping a present. The variable, that letter X or M, that's the gift inside. But it's been wrapped up by two different things. First, you've got to take off the bow and ribbon. That's your addition or subtraction. Then, you can tear off the wrapping paper. That's the multiplication or division. It's all about doing things in reverse order.
So here's our game plan. First, we'll break down the puzzle itself. Then, I'll give you the golden rule that solves it every time. We'll practice it, see where this stuff actually shows up in the real world, and I'll even show you a trick to know for sure that you've got the right answer.
All right, let's get into it. What is this golden rule I'm talking about? Well, it's the one key you need to unlock pretty much any of these equations. The main goal here, and I mean every single time, is just to get that letter, the variable, all by itself on one side of the equal sign. That's it. Think of it as a game of getting X alone. Once it's isolated, the number on the other side, that's your answer. Simple as that. And this is how it's done. Just two steps. Step 1, we deal with any adding or subtracting. So to get rid of a plus 5, we do the opposite. We subtract 5. The most important part, though, is that whatever you do to one side, you have to do it to the other to keep things balanced. Step 2, we handle the multiplication or division. So to undo times 8, we divide by 8. And again, you do it to both sides, and that's what will leave your variable all by itself. Okay, theory is one thing, but let's actually do this. Let's put that golden rule to the test with those puzzles we saw at the beginning. Here we go, our first one, 8x plus 5 equals negative 11. Remember the goal, right? Get that x all by itself. Remember that unwrapping thing? We've got to take care of the bow first, that plus 5. The opposite of adding 5 is, well, subtracting 5. So we subtract 5 from both sides. On the left side, poof, the 5s are gone, leaving just 8x. On the right, negative 11 minus another 5 gets us to negative 16.
Now we're on the home stretch. We just have 8x equals negative 16. To get rid of that times 8, we do the opposite. We divide by 8. Negative 16 divided by 8 is negative 2. And there we have it, x equals negative 2. See? Two simple steps. That's all it took. All right, let's do one more just to make sure this really sticks. We've got 3x plus 4 equals 19. You know the drill by now. What's the first thing we need to get rid of? Yep, you guessed it. That plus 4 has got to go. So we subtract 4 from both sides. That leaves us with 3x on the left, and 19 minus 4, well, that's 15. So now we're at 3x equals 15. What's the final move here? You got it. Just divide both sides by 3, and x equals 5. See? It's just a pattern, kind of like a rhythm. Once you feel it, you can solve any of them. But okay, this is cool and all, but it's not just for solving for x on a worksheet. This stuff actually pops up in the real world.
And this is where we answer that age-old question, right? When am I ever going to use this? Well, turns out you use it all the time, sometimes without even realizing it. Let's look at a really practical example. So let's take Kendall here. She's got a goal, a new TV that costs $1,600. She's starting with $400 already saved, and she's going to add $150 more each month. The question is pretty simple. How long is it going to take her? Well, this whole story is just a two-step equation in disguise.
And believe it or not, her story can be written as an equation. Check this out. The $150 she saves each month, that's 150M. The $400 she started with, that's our plus 400. And her goal is to equal 1,600. All of a sudden, this real-world problem looks exactly like the puzzles we were just solving.
So let's just solve it using the exact same two steps. Take her goal of $1,600 and subtract the $400 she already has. That's $1,200. Now divide that by the $150 she saves each month, and you get 8. It'll take her exactly 8 months to reach her goal. We just used algebra to figure out her financial plan. How cool is that?
Okay, this next part is my absolute favorite. It's like the secret weapon of algebra that lets you walk away from a problem knowing with 100% certainty that you nailed it.
It's a little trick called substitution. All you do is take the answer you found, plug it back into the original equation where the letter was, and just see if it works. If the left side equals the right side, you are correct. Seriously, it's like the problem itself has the answer key built right in.
Okay, let's try it. The question is W equals 9 the right answer here? We'll find out. Let's plug 9 in for W. That gives us 1 minus 4 times 9. Now, order of operations, we do the multiplication first, so 4 times 9 is 36. That gives us 1 minus 36, which is negative 35. So we check. Does negative 31 equal negative 35? No way! That's false. So we know for a fact that 9 is not the right answer.
And that's the key right there. This check gives you a simple true or false. And if it comes out false, no big deal. It just means there was a tiny mistake somewhere. You can just go back and find it. It puts you in control. You don't have to guess if you're right. You can know you're right.
All right, so let's do a quick recap of your new two-step toolkit. First, remember a two-step equation is just a puzzle. Second, your goal is always to get that variable alone. Third, you do it by using opposite operations in reverse order. And finally, the most powerful tool you have, always check your answer.
Look, at the end of the day, this is about more than just passing a math class. It's about learning a logical way to solve problems by working backwards to find something you don't know. You now have a key that can unlock puzzles not just in algebra, but in finances, in planning, and all sorts of things. So the only real question left is, what puzzles are you going to go out and solve?